In the shadow of empires, the early church in Rome began a journey that would reshape the world. From local elders guiding small Christian communities to a powerful institution wielding religious and political might, the rise of the papacy is a tale of religion, ambition, and cunning alliances, all converging to form the world's most politically powerful and influential church. Let's uncover this remarkable transformation through the centuries. In the 1st century AD, the early Christian church was a scattered network of believers led not by a single voice but by groups of elders, known as presbyteros or episcopus, in cities like Ephesus and Miletus. But the simplicity of the early church was about to change. Paul the Apostle, a towering figure of the time, warned the elders of Ephesus about future challenges, urging them to stay vigilant. What did he foresee? These leaders, called elders or overseers, governed locally, their authority shared, not singular, a reflection of the simplicity of church governance as outlined in the New Testament. As such, the church was a community, not a monarchy. By the 2nd century, Rome emerged as a focal point for Christianity. But why Rome? Groups of presbyters ruled the church here, but a shift was brewing. What was really happening? By 190 AD, a single bishop, Victor I, began to rise above the others, centralizing power in a city that symbolized empire. The titles of bishop and presbyter suspiciously morphed into priest, hinting at a growing hierarchy. In the early 3rd century, ambition and intrigue stirred. Calvictus, Bishop of Rome, audaciously claimed grander titles and authority, earning mockery from the scholar Tertullian, who sarcastically dubbed him Pontifex Maximus, an ancient title once reserved for pagan leaders. By 252 AD, one bishop oversaw 46 presbyters in Rome, a clear sign of a consolidating hierarchy. Fraudulent letters, falsely attributed to Ignatius the Martyr, began to circulate, promoting the idea of a single bishop's rule over each city's church. The 4th century marked a seismic shift. In 312 AD, Constantine the Great, allegedly inspired by so-called divine vision, marched his army of 98,000 to victory in Rome, forever intertwining Christianity with imperial power. The Council of Nicaea in 325 AD declared one bishop per city, formalizing centralized authority. By 354 AD, claims emerged that Peter the Apostle was Rome's first bishop, a narrative that conveniently bolstered the city's prestige. As Constantine moved the empire's capital to Constantinople, Rome's bishops began to fill the political void and exercise their newfound influence. In 381 AD, the Council of Constantinople elevated its bishop to a metropolitan, and by 451 AD, the Council of Chalcedon elevated Constantinople's bishop to an equal footing with Rome's. A pivotal moment came in 382 AD when Emperor Gratian unexpectedly renounced the title Pontifex Maximus. Pope Leo I swiftly seized it, claiming authority supposedly rooted in ancient traditions, blending religious leadership with political ambition in a stunning manner. By the 6th century, the church in Rome had become Italy's largest landowner, its wealth and influence soaring through land donations. Emperor Justinian's reforms in 531 AD established a pentarchy, 5 patriarchs including Jerusalem, further structuring the church's power. The 7th century saw the Pope's political and military power grow, subtly reshaping Europe's geopolitical landscape. In 754 AD, Pope Stephen I anointed King Pepin of the Franks, who defeated the Lombards and gifted vast territories to the church, birthing the Papal States through the donation of Pepin, further enhancing the papal grip on wealth. In 800 AD, a significant event took place. On Christmas Day, Pope Leo III crowned Charlemagne as emperor, a significant moment indicating the Pope's power to anoint kings. Between 847 and 852 AD, Pope Nicholas I used over 100 forged documents falsely claiming universal papal authority from the time of Peter, raising questions about Rome's asserted supremacy over kings and churches. The papacy's influence peaked in the 10th and 11th centuries, but tensions were always simmering beneath the surface. In 1053 to 54 AD, the so-called Great Schism split Christianity into Eastern Orthodox and Roman Catholic churches, with the East openly rejecting the Pope's supposed supreme authority. Pope Gregory VII, wielding what many believe were forged documents, declared the Roman Church infallible and claimed the power to depose emperors, thus solidifying papal dominance. By 1440 AD, the donation of Constantine, one of the Church's most notorious forgeries, was exposed. Its impact propelled the papacy forward. In 1517, Martin Luther nailed his 95 Theses to a church door in Wittenberg, igniting the Reformation and challenging the papacy's questionable authority. From humble elders to global power, the papacy's rise was a masterclass in consolidating religious and political might, often through dubious means. Forged documents, strategic alliances, and bold claims transformed a local church into a force that shaped empires and faiths.